everyone. How's everybody doing out there? It is time for the Monday night Fireside Chat. Tonight's topic is flowers for your vegetable garden? How's everybody doing out there? Alrighty, so before we get hopping right into it and start bringing up guests, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. So let me go over here to the side chat, scroll back up to the top, and let's see who was in there. Well, CR was the first one in here. Almost 3 hours ago. Then Mars and Sarah Store. Then CB at Hugo Homestead, followed by Tammy at Rebel Canners, Gear Grinding 19, Brenda at Duncan 1900 Homestead. And then we have the chairman come in here. And then we have, scroll on down. And everyone's talking. Jujubee, hey Juliana, how's it going? And guys, you missed seeing her. If you didn't go to Garden State Gardeners Fun Day Sunday yesterday, or Sunday Fun Day, you missed her. She was co-anchoring it there with Joe. And let's see here. Phelan Clan Wolf is in the house, as is my buddy Walt Rogers. Prepping to Endure is here. And Doris Artman is here. And yeah, the countdown music. I wind up. I'll let you also be humming something. I realize I'm humming the countdown music. Let's see who else we got here. Everybody's chit-chatting. That's good. And Brother Donnie is in the house, prepping for Eternity Homestead. Tibor is here. Mary Beth Smith. Howie, Food Forest Permaculture. And hopefully Howie will pop up here in a couple of minutes after I get all the opening stuff done. And let's see, anybody else? Everybody still saying hi? Hi. Okay, I've caught up on that. All right, so let's see. Let me take me and go with me like, wrong way, this way. There we go. And okay, first thing I want to talk about is the Camppatton Family Compound Weight Loss Challenge. The numbers I have so far, let me throw that up there. Boom. So the Q Collective, headed by Garden Warrior Q, is down to a total team weight of 1,368 points. And the Ungrateful Losers picked up a pound. That was my fault. I gained a pound. And I froze. But I gained a pound, but I don't know if it was muscle mass or just putting on, because I've been working out quite a bit lately, if some of you have seen. And, muscle weighs more than fat. So I think I may be losing fat, but putting on muscle. So that's what I'm hoping it is. All righty. So that's where we're going right now. And of course, we have 5 more openings. If anybody wants to join, add 2 more to the Q Collective and 3 more to the Ungrateful Losers if you guys wish to join. All right, just send me an email and I will get you on and assign you to a team captain. And okay, we got people popping up down below here. Okay, there's Howie and Courtney. So that's how the weight loss is going. And so let me go ahead and drop that out of there. Boom.
Hi, Howie.
Hi, Courtney.
Hi.
There's a garden. That looks like my garden.
Oh, I wish my garden looked like that. But look at, I've used this picture before, but not for the flowers. But you look out there and you see all the onions and the leeks and the kale and everything else, and then the flowering garlic over here on the right.
I see that.
And you look all the flowers around it, and with that many, all of these different types of flowers, and I recognize a lot of them from some of the pictures I was looking for when I Google, pictures for flowers that deter pests, and just about every flower in here deters one pest or another. And it makes a beautiful garden. Ain't that fantastic?
It does at that. Yeah, it is.
All right, let me go over to the next one here. And they got the marigolds down there, and they got onions back here, and more flowers. You can see the cabbage here. I think that's cabbage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something's getting at them, so they need to put some other plants right next to it. We'll talk about some of those here in a minute. But you can actually make a garden look very lively and festive with flowers.
Sure. Mm-hmm. You should have them. They bring in the bees to pollinate.
Oh yeah, there's your pollinators. Yeah. So that's some other ones. They got their little heads of lettuce down here, and they got their squash on the backside, and the marigolds and
celery. It looks like.
Yeah, and stuff. So yeah, they got some cool stuff there. Borage. I love borage.
Oh yeah.
I am a big fan of borage
because I will never forget. I was watching a gardener or something like that, and she said it completely weird.
Yeah.
It's like a cucumber.
Borage. Yeah, she said like the French. Borage.
I was like, what is that?
Yeah, it was saying it like the French almost sounds like a military barrage.
Well, the big thing is borage goes well in juicing.
Mm-hmm. And they also make several different apothecary mixes from it too. Tea, powders, and other stuff. So yeah. But what I love this for, these little purple flowers, they smell pretty good.
Yeah.
They are pretty, and they mellow out all the pollinators. Get them bees in there, the bees on that, and the bees are just like, hey, dude, how's it hanging, man? Because we'd have bees we had bees in the garden, and we got to the point we were afraid to go out there because they were getting annoyed at us. You're in there while we're working. Planted some borage, and the borage got up several times, and several big plants, and we went out there, and the bees were like, just so happy and just not coming near us, just buzzing around, going flower to flower. It's so cool.
Happily fed by borage, and it looks after itself. Borage, you don't have to replant it.
Oh yeah, I know. My wife planted 2 plants, and she's I think the last year she had like 15 of them that came up, new again. So, all right, let's move on here. Got some other flowers, and of course, yes, the marigolds.
Marigolds.
Yeah. Now, some of the pests aren't after your vegetables. They're after you, namely the mosquito and some certain flies. I
don't have a problem here like that with flies and mosquitoes. It just doesn't happen here for me.
I have a huge issue with mosquitoes here, but I always have because I live like in a swampy area. So there's just like mosquitoes everywhere. But every year I plant flowers that are hummingbird friendly.
Nice.
I plant like sunflowers and snapdragons and marigolds, and I'm a huge petunia and zinnia fan, so I always plant those. And I save room at the end of my raised beds to plant all that stuff. So, but last year I was so impressed because I didn't put up hummingbird feeders. I didn't have enough time. And I actually had hummingbirds coming into my garden just for the flowers, which I thought was so cool.
Yeah. My wife, I forget which plants it is, but she put some hummingbird feeders out in some catalpa tree, but then farther out where she's got the this steel lattice work set up for the snap peas and some other stuff, and she has some other flowers out there, and the hummingbirds are everywhere. After they feed on the other stuff, then they come in and they drink from the hummingbird feeders, but they fill up off of the other nectars first.
They're nice to watch, hummingbirds.
Oh yeah,
They follow me around because I saved so many now. They recognize me and they follow me around and bzz in your face and they're right there.
I've almost been hit by them several times in the garden because they whiz past you. I don't know. They kind of have an attitude. They don't like when you're in their territory. I didn't realize that they were territorial. And yeah, I think they can be kind of nasty sometimes, but I love to watch them. They're cool.
Well, they've never done attacked me or anything, but what they do is they want me to turn the water on, and then they get drinks of water from the leaves. You see, you want me to do a little spraying of the water.
Oh,
yeah, they like a bath. Hey,
they like it when you do stuff for them. My wife was, if she forgets to fill the hummingbird feeders, they buzz her. She feeds them, and then they just sit there. They'll come up in front of her, and you sit there.
Like, we're waiting.
No, once they're done, they'll sit there and just look at her after sort of like saying thank you, and then they take off. All right, let me see. Let's see. Shadow Scout Swede has come in. Star Homestead India has shown up. Back up. Shawnee Shave is here. I know I missed some up there. I know I missed some because there's some here. Oh, Ginger Ninja's in the house. King Poopa is here.
By the way, Ginger Ninja, you need to try if this is your first time having borage in your garden, you need to try a flower one time because they taste. I think they're worthless as a crop of something. And you could put them on a cupcake or you could decorate with them if you really wanted to, but try one because they taste exactly like a cucumber. It's like, it's so it's weird, but they do. They taste exactly like a cucumber.
Well, they're gelatinous food, borage. It's super healthy for you.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I put this slide in here was even some of the all natural stuff you use also chase away good insects. So you got to be careful doing anything in your garden with any sort of, even the natural sprays and stuff. Sometimes they'll chase away some of the good stuff. So that's why I put that up here. However, before I go on with this, actually on one of the slides, I'm going to stop and put out a recipe for a spray that is actually pretty good, and it won't chase off the good ones. All right, gophers. Plants that can be used to repel gophers. Gopher spur.
Euphorbia, euphorbia. No animal can handle euphorbia. It's known as blind man's plant.
Now, what is that exactly? I've never.
Well, there's 4,600 species, and it's used by farmers in permaculture in Africa to keep monkeys from going through into the food forest because they can't brush up against it.
Oh.
Euphorbia, some species give off a gas and your face turns into a big giant watermelon, and you need cortisone to put on your face so your face don't crack, and it's blinded more people than any other plant.
But fortunately, gopher spurge is not that bad. Gopher spurge, it's the roots that does the stuff.
Oh. Could I plant that here? Would it make it through the winter?
I'm not sure.
Well, it makes it through the winter here.
Oh.
Yeah.
But there's many species of euphorbia, but that really keeps away. The only thing that eats euphorbia is a hedgehog.
Oh.
Oh, Laura can plant that then. Feed her hedgehogs.
Gophers won't go near euphorbia because their eyes, they go blind. And it gives off this vibration as soon as you go up to the plant. And it gives up, I was telling you about the gas, right? It's known as blind man's plant, and it's blinded more people than all wars combined.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to plant that then.
It's one of them few that they train doctors about. Like, they only train doctors for a few plants, and that's one of them is euphorbia.
Yeah, but this is the euphorbia lathyrus, whatever. But so it's a specific species of it, and gopher spurge is one that is recommended that is safe to use in the garden.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got crown imperials, lavender, rosemary,
catmint,
salvia, catmint, oleander, and marigolds all chase off gophers.
They don't like the smell. But
Yeah.
euphorbia is the best one to use.
Yeah.
And really, it's any euphorbia as long as you're not going there.
Yeah.
Well, I plant marigolds every year.
That's
so
good.
I'm hoping that I don't really have a gopher issue. I have a pack rat issue.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you
Yeah,
put
all right.
mint around and owls.
Mint,
Coyote.
lemongrass, peppers,
Hot pepper.
hot peppers. The rats do not like those. Voles.
Mint
just-
too.
Yeah. Just so everyone gets to know, there's a difference between a vole and a mole.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually kind of interesting is that a mole starts with M, which stands for meat, and a vole stands V for vegetable. So that's what they eat. The moles eat the grubs, the worms, the small insects and stuff, and the voles eat plant roots and plant bark. And
Yeah,
so, but,
I like Fox Club too, and Doris Artman's right. Plant Fox. If you've got a smattering of everything, and owl houses around in a healthy land, everything looks after itself.
Yeah. Now here again, you got Crown Imperial, and you have that salvia. So that was also in the previous one.
Snowdrops too.
The snowdrops. Now the next
I went to Fritillaria in the front where there was a couple of rats dug a hole in the ground. I just planted Fritillaria there last year, and they're out now, and they're huge. At first, when they came up, I thought they were tiger lilies, but they're not. Then I went, oh yeah, these are the Fritillaria that I put in. These are good tips, Gil.
Okay, hang on. You see what's going on here. Okay, I got two people that joined, so I need to go in and update that before I do the wheel. I'll have to update the wheel. And so borage helps deter both hornworms, tomato hornworms, and we have not had tomato hornworms since we planted borage on the property in California. And then cabbage worms as well. All right, and see the other thing. I put two on here at the same time because the number of consistency between the two. Squash bugs include plants that are catnip, tansy, radishes, nasturtiums, marigolds, bee balm, and mint. Plants that naturally repel whiteflies include catnip, bee balm, basil, chives, dill, and marigolds.
Yeah, I have all of that in my garden, all of it, except for the
Now,
catnip.
one thing I found out for the whiteflies, and this was the little spray I was talking about, if you can capture whiteflies and you keep them in a jar, if you get a decent amount in a jar, you keep some water in there so they stay alive till it comes time to kill them. You get a blender, an old cheap blender at a flea market or a garage sale, whatever. You put shake them all up, put some water, shake them up so they can't fly, dump them all in there, blend them up, add a little bit of the just a pinch of dill to it. I mean, just a small pinch, and a couple tablespoons of olive oil.
Yeah.
And it's more than a couple water to it. Blend it all up, put it in a sprayer, spray it around. The whiteflies do not like the smell of dead whiteflies. There you go. Ooh, and yet it doesn't chase anything else off. You can also.
What I've done like spray wise is I'll use garlic and chives.
Yeah.
And let that kind of make a tea. And then I'll put it in my sprayers and I'll spray that. And so far that has worked on most things.
Yeah.
When I have an overabundance of cucumber bugs, it kind of gets there, but not all the way. I still have the bugs, but they're not.
You trellis your cucumber?
Do I what?
Trellis your cucumber.
Yeah.
So you'd see them bugs in there for sure. You know what? A lot of bugs that you see, like leaf miner, click beetle, and wireworm, the ones that you're seeing is because you don't have enough biochar in the soil. If you have more biochar, especially if it's broken down into a powder, then those bugs can't come there and be comfortable. They leave.
Now, can I do the biochar, make it into a powder?
Yep.
And then use it like I would use DE and put it in a
Yes.
and spray it on my plants?
What happens, what happens, Courtney, is you want it in the soil. And if you want to spray it on your plants, that's something I don't know about a foliar feed. But if you put that biochar in your soil and wood ash, that'll act as diatomaceous earth, but it also acts as water soaks up into the biochar. That also takes nutrients in. So then anything growing there, that's a natural nutrient sac. So what happens is you want a lot of biochar. It's on my channel there, Dave Chambers, and he makes biochar, and then I've put a couple of biochar on there. But I constantly make biochar whenever it's available with dry wood, so you don't put no smoke into the air. You just dry out your wood and then use the dry wood to make biochar. So what I do is I burn the wood, let it burn for a little bit, and then I put it out with a hose, and then I bash it up with my sledgehammer. I just pick up the sledgehammer and let it drop on it. That's all it does. And then it busts it in the powder, get on to the next one. And then you spread that all around everywhere on top of the ground. And slugs, bugs, whatever, they're not interested in being there.
All we do here is burn wood for heat. So I have tons of ash.
Well, ash is the minerals that you need that soaks into the water, that soaks into the biochar.
Okay.
Right? Because then that's your natural fertilizer.
Hey, Howie, I saw someone, I just caught a clip thing on one of those shorts that someone did. And he was to do his biochar, he crushed it all up and he put it in a flour sifter. And he walked around the garden just and they got an even pattern of the thin biochar and the big chunks that are left over. Then he just sprinkled those out.
I bet he has no bug problems.
Yeah, that's what he was. I was saying, this is how I keep bugs away. And he was putting out biochar. All right, let me grab. Let's see what we got here. Marigolds, thyme, and other cabbage companion plants can help deter moths from being interested in laying their eggs, but none of these will completely repel the cabbage moths.
Yeah, you need your wasp for cabbage moth. Leave the wasp nest alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forget the specific type of wasp. You can actually order them from certain websites. You get the little thing.
Wasp.
Yeah. All right. And let's see, is that?
I have thyme everywhere in my garden and in my regular flower beds as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm going to transfer it and put it in my food forest because I heard that deer don't like thyme either. They don't like the way it tastes and smells.
Deer don't like ribbons and burnt bones.
Oh.
You take the bones that you have left over and you burn them and you make them mushy and you put them around your food forest. Well, they understand that they're next, you see. And then a long ribbon in the tree, like a 6-foot ribbon and different colors here and there, and let it dangle and in the wind. It makes them very leery and freaked out. And rabbits too. It freaks them out too. And a lot of other critters that you don't want around, even a fox or whatever.
Yeah, I just don't want them eating because I have wild strawberries in there, and I know they're just going to want to come in there and eat.
Well, the big thing is if you own a dog too, that keeps deer and bunnies away.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a big a problem with earwigs back there, Courtney.
Not really. Not as much.
It's usually. I know it's more of a southern state thing, but even here we have a little bit of earwig problem now and then. But the interesting, when I was looking this up, bay trees are the ones that really chase off earwigs. They do not like bay leaves at all.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot of different spiders that don't like chestnuts and stuff like that, and walnuts. They don't like it. There's an oil in it that just repels them. But you know what? All these things done accumulatively, like biochar, and you spray your garlic spray and whatever you're doing. It's accumulative to protecting. But when you have polyculture, you don't need a lot of, you're doing all these extra work. You don't need to do that because you have all the species are looking after each other with a good vibration, you see. They're all looking after each other. So when a deer comes up to it, it can't tell which is a lily because there's like 10 different plants there, and it will just walk by it, you see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time to give away some money here.
Oh, I'll take $2 million. I'll be over right away. Pick up the check.
All right. So I got to add 2 names on here because they joined, and that one was Courtney joined here.
Making soil is your best endeavor.
Yeah.
Green, brown, green, brown, green, brown.
What's the other one? Shoot. Oh, Star. Star was the other one.
Have you ever seen the soil videos I put out where I make soil and harvest it? Yeah, it's amazing when you harvest your own soil.
It's awesome.
It is. It's absolutely it's not dreary at all.
Mm-mm.
It's so much fun.
All right.
All right. How much did I win?
This year, so.
All right, so we're going to give away a $5 Amazon gift card. I was just double checking everybody alphabetically. Yep, so I'm going to shuffle everything up here. And all right, Suzanne Goulet. Has Suzanne come in tonight? I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her. Let me check here. SU. I got Suburban Hillbilly, but I don't have Suzanne yet. But I'll give her a couple minutes because the last time, one of them I was just about ready to give them 2 minutes, about ready time to wrap it up, and I'm here. They were listening, but they were in another room. So we'll give her a couple of minutes. All right, for those right now, going across the ticker tape across the bottom is the perks about the channel memberships. It's 99 cents a month, cheaper than a cup of coffee. You get members-only videos, live streams, community posts, giveaways like this, and more. And so just about every penny that comes in from actually more than what the members are paying go back to them in these giveaways right now. So we'll wait and see if back over here. Wait and see if she pops up here. At the same time, I'm looking to see anybody else around here that I missed saying hi to. Okay, she's not coming in. I give her a 10-second countdown here.
I don't think she's here.
8, 7, 6,
I
5.
remember her because she comes to my live slots.
Yeah. All right. So kick her out of there, and we're gonna shuffle again, and we're gonna. Janet. I haven't seen Janet here in a while.
No,
a couple times here. So.
Nope.
Give her a few seconds just to make sure. Let me check some stuff here.
I haven't seen her for a while. I've seen her on a live a week or so ago or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I forget the live. Even. Oh yeah, I think it was on Shift Kickers live.
Yeah.
There's so many people in the community that you meet and remember. It's hundreds, if not thousands, of people.
Yeah.
I'm never going to have Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. There's no way, just from being on YouTube. I remember everybody.
Yeah. All righty. So, nope, nobody there. All right. So we're going to drop her off and shuffle again and spin again. Kaylin's back. Suzanne again. Close, shuffle, spin.
Twice in a row.
see. I haven't seen RC in months. I hope he's okay. Let me double check and see if he's even in the chat. See if he's even lurking. And we got,
I don't think so.
No,
well,
he's not.
We are, but we don't have an RC.
Right. Well, we got Rebel Canners, but that's different.
Yeah, that's an RC. Yep, for sure.
All right, let's shuffle and try again. Hey, it's getting hard to give away money. What is this?
Hey, built a new house, didn't they? No. It's
all right, CB, are you still here?
And I know she's here. I saw her.
Type it in. I'm here. I'm here.
Yay!
Come on, CB, type it in. I'm here.
I think she's here.
It's her name. She made a comment a while ago here. So
there she is. Yes, she says, "I won. I need it."
Yep. Yep. Okay. So let me make my pen and stuff here. I'm going to write it down on my notebook here.
What'd she win, Gil?
She won a $5 Amazon gift card.
Excellent.
Today is the 24th. And this was first wheel.
I haven't had an RC literally in years. Like, I don't.
All right.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what it tastes like anymore.
Okay. I'm sorry. I talking about RC and everybody saying about seeing it on a shelf or whatever else on it. When I was in high school, there was a girl, a neighbor that moved in during my senior year. Her name was RC. That's who she went by as RC. At the time, there was a commercial on TV for the RC Cola commercial. Yeah. Me and my RC, I just as a joke, I started humming it down the hallway, and she goes, "Not yet, not yet." Unfortunately, as soon as the graduation was over, we moved back to California. All right, so that's now for the second one. I'm going to go ahead and do the second one here too. And this is for the second $5 Amazon gift card. And we're going to go giveaways over here.
Looks like I'm at a bingo hall.
RC, not here. Again. Alicia!
Yeah, she is here. Autism mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool lady.
Yeah, in fact, there's comments, just a couple comments back there. Okay, so I know she's here. She's making lots of comments. And she was saying prayers to Suburban. And there she is saying thank you. All right, so
I haven't read that book, no.
I got CB's email because she emailed me today, and we had a nice hour-long conversation. And then Alicia, I think I still have Alicia's in there. I know I can pick it up off one way or another here. So I will get those out to him after the show. Now, as a spoiler alert coming up here, CB, her significant other, and I were talking on the phone. She has a 12-foot cargo trailer, and it's got one of the pointed fronts on it. It comes to a point at the front, and it's got a shelf in there already, and they're going to put a little sink in there. And I was talking about getting, that's what I forgot to give them. I forgot to give them the link to one of those, one of the 12-volt camper pumps, water pumps. So I got to get that. I got to email that to her too. But she's going to hook it up so we can put a little sink in there, and a lithium iron phosphate battery, charge controller, inverter, and a solar panel on the roof.
Wow.
And so we're going over all that stuff. And I gave him a bunch of links to some of the stuff that's on sale right now.
Nice.
The one I wanted to give him to him went off sale yesterday. It was actually a better one, but it went off sale and it went back up 26%. And at $159 going up 26% is a bit of money.
It's a bit, yeah.
Ooh, she ordered a water pump and sink already. So, folks, expect from Hugo Homestead videos on the conversion of their cargo container later here in the spring and in the summertime. So look forward to that.
No, that's there for a reason. There's Star.
All righty. So we covered all that. One of the things here, let me pull something else down here so I can get rid of the wheel. We're not going to do any more giveaways. I can get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. Does anybody? I've been. It's interesting what you can find out on Google. As much as I'm not a major fan of it, but you can find out a lot of interesting if you're searching for the right things.
Yes.
And so what I did earlier today, I had up what plants repel, and I put in earwigs, white flies, white moths, and just and you used to be surprised at the list of plants. Now, something like right now, I still have earwigs up here, and it's the number one result said 10 plants that earwigs hate. 2022 updated. Scroll down a little bit. 7 plants that earwigs hate. 15 natural ways to get rid of earwigs, pincher bugs. 10 effective plants that naturally repel earwigs. 6 plants that repel earwigs. Fennel and rosemary are on most of them, and wormwood are on most of them, like I had on the thing there. So there
I have majorly in the garden is the cucumber bugs and the squash bugs.
All right, so let me look up here. Squash bugs. Squash bugs was. I closed it. I had to think of for squash bugs, but cucumber bugs.
Like I don't want a squash bug touching me. Like I don't want it on me. They're so weird looking, and they have those little weird feet. And I'm like, don't touch me! Ah!
All right.
I don't like stink bugs.
Yes.
All right.
That's a horrible thing.
Are these the type bugs? Let me see if I can bring up big.
Yes, that's that little yellow nasty thing.
Okay. Flowers like nasturtiums, marigolds, and an herb such as catnip, and veggies like radishes and corn help keep cucumber beetles away.
Well,
so you just need to. Do you have cats?
No.
So you can plant catnip without worrying about it.
Yeah.
Or you may get all the neighbors' cats coming over.
I plant nasturtium, and last year it was like I thought it was going to eat me. Like it literally took over the entire garden.
Oh,
which is great. I loved it. It was beautiful. But
and it's edible too. You can make a tea out of it too.
Yeah. It wined its way all the way through the garden and up the tomatoes and down. Like in the fall, it's beautiful, and the bees love it. But yeah, I plant nasturtium everywhere. Like it's kind of like a ground covering for the garden in the summertime. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they're the ones that get in your clothing, suburban hillbilly, isn't it?
Pickle
they get
worms,
inside your woolens and you're like right into the thread, and then they're just like a knit bug or something,
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I live in Northeast Ohio, so
it can be different wherever you are. Like I mean, right in this local area, there's a lot of different bugs.
Pickle worms. Okay, so pickle worms is the larva of the pickle worm moth.
Does borage need a lot of sun? No. And actually, I have a huge maple tree that covers half of my garden.
That's a pickle worm?
I don't have it.
That's a pickle worm.
Yeah, borage will freely grow everywhere. Just let it grow, too. It's healthy for you. Makes nice soil,
there
too.
You go. A big picture of a pickle worm.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen those, man.
Pickle worms prey on summer squash and other seasonal produce, especially in southern regions of the United States.
Yeah, that ain't around
here. They leave
here.
telltale tunnels in the fruit and can be difficult to control once they've made their way inside your plants. However, there are a number of prevention control strategies. So let's see, how do I prevent them?
How do you get rid of them?
Use row club covers.
Oh, right. Yeah, they can't go on, attach themselves to it. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destroy damaged fruit. Don't just toss it in the compost pile. Destroy it. Crush rolled sections of leaves on damaged plants. This is where the pupae hide.
Feed it to your
emerges.
chickens. Let some chickens go in there.
Oh yeah. Feed the leaves and stuff to the chickens. They'll love it.
Oh yeah. Chickens clean everything up, all the bugs, everything for you get ready for
My chickens
planting
will even
next
eat
spring.
pizza. Have you ever seen a duck run away with a piece of pizza in its mouth?
Just funny as heck, hey.
They're hilarious.
Courtney,
The duck went away with a cigarette someone threw on the ground.
Oh no, that's not
And
good.
took off with it. I'm like, what the heck?
Courtney, next time you have a slice of leftover pizza, you and Dustin get out there with your phones ready to record
I know.
and
we
do a
should've.
short of a duck running away with the pizza.
It was hilarious. Yeah, Charlie, my Muscovy, he ran up. He beat everybody to it. The turkeys, the chickens, ran all the way up there, grabbed that piece of pizza, and when he ran away, they all chased him down.
You're making me laugh.
Oh, Julianne has a great one for you here. Baker's Creek has a tiny dwarf nester. Some only get 6 inches tall.
Oh, I like the Talling Trail one. I have one called Peach Melba, and it's a tall trail one, and it literally will reach all over the garden, and I love that because it reaches into places that, I can't just plant flowers here, there, and I plant it in one location, and it will come back.
Yeah.
It already has a little bit. So I was very excited, and it literally took over. It was huge. It took over the entire garden. It was awesome.
Yeah. All right, just scrolling through some of the comments here.
Yeah.
Others are saying that deserves a video. That short would go viral. You'd be up in the million of views. Especially if you're chasing around there, like, give me my pizza back. Give me my pizza back.
Buddy. Charlie, where you going? My pizza.
Crickets have a lot of meat in them. You're right.
Yeah.
Crickets are actually good eating. They're very good eating sustenance, staple food in some countries.
Yeah.
Cricket. Yeah. Locust stew,
Yeah.
caterpillars. People eat a lot of different bugs, especially in different other countries that you're not normally go to. And you go there and you see big pans of bugs for sale or chocolate coated ants or whatever. It's like, oh no, you got a beefsteak around here somewhere.
This year, for the first time, I'm testing out. I've read the book Tomatoes Love Carrots. So I am testing out the theory of putting basil in between your tomato plants. So I have an entire tray of basil that I've already started. So I'm going to put that in between my tomato plants and see how that works this year. I'm super excited to watch it do its thing. So
They like grown by rosemary, where you grow your rosemary. The tomatoes love it there.
do they really?
Yeah. Parsley loves areas where rosemary is as well.
Interesting.
Okay. I was just looking up something here, checking something else when I was going back in here. One of the questions online here under pickleworms was, does neem oil kill pickleworms? Now, a lot of people swear by neem oil. Others go, no, don't use neem oil. But here's the information for you. You make the decision. Howie's shaking his head, no, don't use it.
No, I was just looking at here. Jujube, Howie, I got my Sleeping with Sunflowers book this week because it's a cool book.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Here's what okrainmygarden.com says. Neem oil, cold pressed neem oil with the naturally occurring compound azadirachtin is effective organic insecticide to be used to combat pickleworms.
Yes.
It works as an anti-feedrant. So basically you spray it on it, they take munching, they get in there, they're not hungry anymore. And they starve to death.
Yeah, I'm an organic gardener, but I use neem oil, especially if I see like a very heavy bug pressure going on. I will use it if I have to. It's usually like my last resort. I try to use like things like garlic and chives and smelly things and that kind of stuff first, but neem oil is my last resort.
I'm trying to remember something that several gardeners said is that they use for different things. It's Dawn dish soap and I'm thinking Epsom salt.
Hmm.
I'm not sure on that last part, but they mix 2 or 3 things in together, mix it up, let it make sure it all dissolves, gives it time, stir it up, mix it up, and then they spray it, and it kills earwigs, sow bugs, and a bunch of other things.
You have to be really careful too, okay? Like every time I get out the DE, I cry a little because I don't want to kill bees and I really don't want to kill ladybugs.
Right.
So you have to be
Exactly.
really careful where you're putting the stuff and have to make sure, you know, that it's worth it to you because I don't want to kill everything in my garden. Those things are really good. And sometimes I don't even want to kill the butterfly, the caterpillars. The other year, I planted that giant dill, mammoth dill, and I saw those butterfly, I don't know, I think it was swallowtail butterfly caterpillars on there. I just let them have it. I said, if you want that stuff, you can just have it because the butterflies are so worth it for me to watch them around the garden. I'm like, you can just have that dill. They were so cute.
There is in the second tour my wife did of the house. She has a plant that is specifically, it's not milkweed. It is a vining plant for the monarch butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And
they like tall plants.
Yeah.
Bright orange colors. They love it.
Yeah. And she has it planted in the shade because it can't take the direct sunlight that the even the sun. Hang on, I'm double thinking here, trying to figure things out as I go to look at this.
Of some sort.
I'm going to try to see.
And you guys out there, if you guys can get those Mexican sunflowers, I have gotten even hummingbirds come into those Mexican sunflowers. They love them.
Sunflowers are going to be worth a lot of money now. They extract phosphatidylserine for your brain from it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it used to come from animal tissue, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't do that anymore because a lot of people were sensitive from the cow. So what they do is they take it from sunflower seed, the shelled part.
Little twist to your routine.
Oh, that's not good. I don't want my sunflowers to go up in cost.
No, I don't think it will. It's pretty easy to make sunflower seeds, but if you want to have phosphatidylserine, it's a very important thing to have for a communication from your neurological on the myelin sheath. It's important.
So eating sunflower seeds are really good for you.
Yes.
I love them.
If you don't want to eat sunflower seeds, then you eat like offal from a chicken or a pig or something. I'm telling you, that's where you got to get this special phosphatidylserine, right?
Yeah, I don't want to be doing anything weird. I'll eat the sunflower seeds.
I didn't know about this stuff until I went to see a orthomolecular scientist, and then they pointed it all out where things come from. You want to try to get it from plant-based, but if you can't, well, animal-based. But I mean, it's easier to kill plants than animals, right?
Yeah, sunflowers are good. And by the way, I love the salty ones. Give me the salt, please. Especially in the summertime. I love a handful of salty David sunflower seeds. Yum.
Yeah, because you're losing your salts through your pores. That's why you're craving it.
All right. So I'm going to share something here with you guys from my wife. And this is from Chris's Urban Garden Tour Part 2. And let me get, I want to get the, come on, present, share screen, that, share this. And
sunflowers are really, really good for your soil. So if you
they take out toxins. They make toxins inert by bringing them inside the plant, and then it's going back to nature. You're quite right.
Yeah, so if you want to if you've already ripped out your tomatoes for the year and like you still have some time left because you're in India, so it's really hot there.
You
Could totally grow sunflowers in their stead, and you could totally renew the soil.
Big time with sunflowers. All them leaves and all them seeds and all
They're pretty.
The nutrition goes back, especially if you don't do anything too. You do rotational.
Yeah,
it's important.
With the sunflowers my wife had in the front yard, the hummingbirds, she had these big giant ones. These sunflowers were up like 15 feet tall in the front yard, and big old heads on it. Yeah, and the hummingbirds were all over it. But this is what I'll talk. This one here is going into the backyard, and of course, and for those wondering, yes, this is the staff sergeant.
Nice, Chairman. Nice.
Arbor. It is shading our bedroom window, which is needed because this is the really hot side of the house. This really pathetic looking plant is a passion fruit vine.
Oh, okay.
Here in California, can't really eat the passion fruit. They don't do what they do in Hawaii. But the part of the reason why I grow this vine is the incredibly beautiful orange butterflies that eat these leaves, lay their eggs. Oh, there's one.
Nice.
You get it? I've been told that is the passion caterpillar. It's a little bit smaller than monarch, but it's just as beautifully bright orange. And that is the sole purpose behind allowing this plant to look
very cool.
I love these butterflies.
Man,
it's from the butterflies and the hummingbirds that I have in here. It's just this is my little Eden.
That's so cool.
So we've got some
okay.
I don't have butterflies like that here. So that's so cool.
I don't know if you saw that little, it was right there, that little orange, bright orange worm there on it. But yeah. So it's the passion fruit she grows for that. And then down by the shiitake tree, she has another one. She has another one that grew that vines up into the shiitake tree and just went everywhere in it.
I tried to grow the passion fruit thing because I wanted to actually taste it, and it didn't do very good.
Yeah, like you said, even in California, it doesn't do. Southern California, it might do good, but Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area, it won't. It won't show. Yeah. In the South, it'd probably grow very good down there in the South as well. I'm just taking a quick look at the comments here.
Yeah, Ginger Ninja, there's so many sunflowers out there I didn't even know exist. This year, I got all dark colors. I got autumn. I got little dwarf ones. I can't wait to get them all planted because I'm so excited. I got, like this year, I kind of did a dark theme. I even got black snapdragons, and then my other flowers, like my zinnias and stuff, are bright pink. So it's like bright pink and with some of the black and the browns. So this year is like a totally different theme. It's so cool. I can't wait to get everything planted.
Nice.
I've seen the occasional little white moth floating around the park across the street. Yeah. The white moth or a cabbage moth, sometimes like it says, the plants you plant around is not always going to chase them off. When my mom was still alive, I don't know what happened to it. I think my sister took it. She had a big ring net, like skimming off of a pool, but it had a little bit more to it, so she could actually catch the butterfly and turn it and catch a little bit in the bottom there. It wasn't like a regular butterfly net because it was really, really, really fine. And she'd even swing it and catch a bunch of the white flies and then spray them with whatever it was she was spraying with there on the back porch to kill them. But
that is so funny that you said that they're the double, because my husband and I always call him Satan's spawn. Every time we see him flapping around in the garden, we're like, "There's Satan's spawn."
But sometimes that's all you can do to get rid of the cabbage moth. Just be out there and just catch a couple of them and start killing them.
And ice water.
Yeah, well, you don't swat them because you basically you can scoop them out of the sky with if you get a big enough little net and just start scooping them up, turn around, squish them in there, whatever, and get rid of them that way.
I do have, it's not black. They're not black irises, but they're so purple they look black. They're like really dark irises. I don't know why. I just love all the really, really dark flowers. I just think they look so cool. Yeah, evil spawn. That's my husband. Evil spawn of Satan. That's what we call them. Yeah. Yeah.
My brother my brother was 2 years younger than me, had more kids than my sister, who's 10 years older than me had. And before he was married, her kids were acting up really snotty, and he goes, "Mary Angel, get these evil spawn of Satan out of here."
That's funny.
From that time, everybody's kids, when they misbehave, no matter who they are, it's the evil spawn of Satan.
Aw. Yeah, I suck at growing brassicas, guys. I am not a good brassica. You know what's funny?
Sure.
And it's my favorite vegetable. Cauliflower, broccoli, I love them. But
cold weather crops.
I suck at growing them.
Well, that's what happens is cold weather crops. That's the only time those grow any good. Like people in Alaska grow monster heads cabbage because they got 24 hours of light.
So jealous.
And it's cold at night and it's cool during the day. Right?
Yeah.
They grow big turnips there too.
I think my kohlrabi though this year is going to do awesome. It's out there in the cold, and it's soaking that up. And I'm hoping I get some nice kohlrabi out of it because
we'll leave them in too for the next spring and winter. Like you don't have to pull them out and just cut off the little veggie part. Just leave a few in, and it's the best greens you'll ever eat.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful, tender greens, like
yum.
Yeah, very tender. It tastes
just like cabbage. I think it does.
Well, it tastes more like Guyland. If you like Guyland, right?
I've never had that, so I don't know.
Oh, it's delicious. Yeah, it's tender vegetable, tender green vegetable that just it's kind of asparagus like young asparagus.
Oh, okay. That sounds delicious.
I like cold weather crops because it's the time that farmers would never use a pesticide because there's no pest.
Right.
It's cool and cold weather. So when you target the cleanest veggies at the market, you would target cauliflower and broccoli, these kind of things, and Brussels sprouts. Those have nothing sprayed on them.
Yeah.
Even though you'll pay $2 more a pound for the organic ones, there's no such thing as any difference. Because they're growing in the cold. It's like, oh, these are organic asparagus. All asparagus is organic. You don't have to spray anything on asparagus. I think it's funny when I see these things. I'm like, I'm not paying $2 for a pound, and it's true. There is nothing sprayed on. The soil might have a little more fertilizer, but I mean, bye.
Bye, Alicia.
Interesting thing. People are talking about, they got organic, it's organic that, and then someone put out, we're selling organic beef. I go, oh, you also sell the printed stuff on the 3D printer.
Free range beef has lower uric acid.
Yeah.
So that's why free range beef is desirable. You're in less pain when you consume it.
Yeah. All right, so I put the my playlist for my garden in case anybody wants to see that about Chris's tour of the garden and everything she does there.
You're putting up your wish list here. Come on, man.
my wish list. Nobody can get me my wish list. Only I can, because I got to go down. I got to go up to the distillery up the road here and pick up the IBC totes.
Oh, right. Those seem to be working well for you.
Yeah. And I'm going to pick up another 10 this summer and convert them to raised planter beds. And there'll be no morning glory in them.
I just tried to suck as much information up from Howie as I possibly can. Because he's so
Suburban
knowledgeable.
Suburban Hillbilly pointed something out that in the South it doesn't get that cold, so they have pests in the South year round.
Yeah, that's what Glenn was saying.
Absolutely the truth. That's true. But up here in the northern hemisphere, the bugs don't show up until the rain season, standing water. And then now with all the way the city engineers have drained off the water, we don't even have water filling our aquifers anymore. It gets drained off into the ocean, so there's no water for bugs. But on this piece of land where I am, I have no issues with pests or predators at all of any kind. Yeah, but I did when I first came here, though. But it's all sorted itself out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me check one thing here. It's getting to be that time. I know Courtney's got to go to bed because she's got to get Fred ready for school in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so
you, Courtney.
What?
It was fun being here with you.
I love being on the panel with you. It's great.
It is fun. You pick up a lot of information. For tomorrow night, over on Gray Man Prepping, not Camppatton Family Compound, Gray Man Prepping. The topic is, what is an IBC tote? And so I'm going to go over it, show some of the things I've done with it, show some of the things other people have done with them. They're absolutely, if you have a distillery near you and you can get the IBC totes from them that are used, basically they've had alcohol in them and they're sanitized. They're great for water storage, but they're also great for raised planter beds.
And there's tons of breweries around here.
Great for hydroponics, hey?
That too.
And great for goldfish, raising goldfish in it.
Hydroponics, aquaponics, both of them. All right, so that's tomorrow on Tactical Tuesday. Thursday on Gray Man Prepping, of course, is the Midnight Ride. Friday, back here on Camppatton Family Compound, the topic is well water without power.
Interesting.
So we're going to talk about different ways you can get your water out of your well without power.
Yeah.
Then back here, next Monday on the Fireside Chat, we may wind up getting back in the garden with this one. What is your favorite book? So we thought whatever your favorite books are, that's what we're going to be talking about. Everybody.
Farmer's Almanac by far.
It's like I said, we're going to get back to gardening. But whatever your book is, whatever you'd like to read, to relax, whatever, we're going to talk about books, favorite books, why they're your favorite books. So there's going to be a lot of quoting from the side chat being pulled up. So, and anybody wants to come up here of the usuals, if you want me to send you the link via email ahead of time, I can do that. Just email me. It's down at the bottom of the chat, the bottom of the description. And I'll email you the link next week, and you can come up here as well. And so that's what's coming up for next Monday. And interesting is not this Friday, but next Friday, I'm doing a twist on the prepper saying of store what you eat what you store. It's going to be grow what you eat what you grow.
Exactly.
So that's what's coming up here. And, yeah. So, all right. So we'll hopefully see everybody tomorrow over on Gray Man Prepping. Thank you, Howie. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, everyone in the side chat for your comments and making it a lively side chat. And we will see you tomorrow.
See you, Courtney. Night, Gil.